This deck has
there you
all
have
of
it.
those pieces.
In Faithless Looting, Lingering Souls, Day of Judgment, so Liliana of the Veil.
Now,
on paper, it's a very interesting deck. You got a lot of moving pieces.
I'm very curious how it's going to go. And we had talked before about whether or not there were new things going on. Well, here's some new things.
Yeah, we got what we asked for.
Okay.
Let's start with Clifftop Retreat versus Stephen Roberts is playing a Naya deck.
It's an aggressive deck with a little bit of stuff going on that's fun. Two Cloud Shift.
Yeah, he has my favorite interaction in the format, actually. Zealous Conscript's Cloud Shift is awesome.
We got a second land from...
It's an Evolving Wilds, I believe.
Yep, and there it goes. He's probably going to go find a black source, I'd be willing to bet.
Good money's on a Swamp. Stephen Roberts, like, if you cast a Zealous Conscripts and have a Cloud Shift in hand, oh, this is going to be great. So, I'm kind of excited to see a potential Zealous Conscript stealing a Gristlebrand permanently. Because if you Cloud Shift a creature that you borrowed with Zealous Conscripts and then Cloud Shift it, you get it permanently. It also works as an interaction with Fiend Hunter, which is also in Steven's deck. You play a Fiend Hunter.
Lingering Souls from Adam, nothing from Steven. Go on.
Yeah, you play a Fiend Hunter.
And you
put its remove on the stack, Cloud Shift it.
Forever Gone.
Forever Gone, and you get another trigger of Fiend Hunter. So you get to borrow, temporarily remove another creature.
Fourth land from Adam Turk. Flashes back the Lingering Souls.
However, yeah, the Fiend Hunter trick, not that good against Lingering Souls. Wolfear Avenger from Stephen Roberts. I thought he just had a very slow draw. I did not notice the Wolfear Avengers. There are 3 of them.
Yep, he has 7 flash creatures.
He has 4 Restoration Angels, 3 Wolfear Avengers.
And now
you know what I wanted to see with what I would love to see in this deck? Huntmaster of the Fells. There's no Huntmasters in this deck, which I find very... I feel with like Cloud Shift and Restoration and Wolfear Avenger, like you have a lot of opportunity to pass the turn without wasting all your mana.
That werewolf interaction with the flash creatures is just so powerful.
Yeah.
Here we have the 4 Lingering Souls coming on in, putting up a race.
Legitimate Clock. Galvanic Blast is going to get rid of one of the
That never
spirits.
Feels good.
Yeah,
Galvanic Blast, your Lingering Soul Spirit?
Galvanic Blast, 1/4 of it. But Adam Turk activates Vault of the Archangel to gain him 3 life.
That card is a more impressive card than a lot of people give it credit for.
I feel it would not be very impressive if it were not in the same colors as Lingering Souls.
Right.
That is part of what makes Vault of the Archangel so good.
One of the things I like about Vault of the Archangels as well, though, is that it's so easy to misplay. People will overvalue the ability sometimes. Oh, Conscripts, taking probably just a single spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just get something into play.
Yeah, get some damage in. But I think a lot of people overvalue it, and so what makes me happy about that is it means that it gives people the opportunity to misplay. And the bird taps
it's
for another
expensive
bird.
to use. Like, I feel like Gavany Township is a much stronger card.
Nope, bird just sits, doesn't do anything fun. Yeah, Gavany Township, yeah. And then we have those creatures are tapped. He's got 3 power versus...
I think Steven has a Cloud Shift in hand, was thinking about just killing the token permanently. Doesn't seem like it's
seems
worth
like a waste.
Card, yeah.
And 6th mana from Adam Turk, unless he is bluffing very well. Nope. In with 2? Holding somebody back? Interesting.
Depends on what he has for his 6 mana. If he doesn't have anything, I would just hold all of them back.
Okay.
In for 1.
And passes. I think what he's going to do here is just going to block, and then follow up next turn with a day, even though it doesn't kill the Wolfear. But I would just day anyway if it was that situation.
Yeah, in that situation.
Here come the troops.
And the bird, so...
yeah, he's
the township is going to do
This is a
some
good
more.
block. I like that because it makes the bird die unless he uses the township.
Right, and if he uses the township, he doesn't have the mana to regenerate.
Yep, and the bird is still alive. Bird is a 1/2.
No,
right?
the Vault of the Arcade.
Oh, Vault. I didn't see him activate the Vault. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Gaining 2, losing 4. So net loss of 2.
Right,
And
that's where Vault's powerful. Like, you get to attrition them and race them at the same time. Like, very, very strong defensively.
now show me the day here, Adam Turk.
Well, Day's not super impressive. Like, a Liliana the Veil would be much
Lily
more.
would be better. Lily would be super
Yeah.
better.
There's only one creature for Steven now. Kind of curious what's in Adam's hand. I can imagine like there's 4 Gristlebrand, 4 Elishnorn, so there's probably a couple of those. Necroticus is another legitimate.
Day after,
Yep.
he's got 3 mana left.
What's your
let's
with the
go.
Ponder? What's your favorite Day of Judgment?
Zendikar. Very boring.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Bird of Paradise comes down.
I like the
Elishnorn?
Buy a Box promo.
Fair, fair.
Yeah, I have those.
Elishnorn? Maybe not. Only a couple manas being spent here.
3.
Timely?
Could see that. Timely's pretty strong here.
There we go. This card, I think, single-handedly suppressed red way more than almost anything for a very long time.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
I mean, people thought Core Firewalker was suppressive to red. I'm going to tell you, I was playing a lot of red in that moment. One Core Firewalker was, and then a Lingering Souls plus flashback, putting 7 tokens into play this turn. That's not anything to slouch at.
I think people tried to fight Core Firewalker simply because the red cards were so good.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Goblin Guide.
That was a moment I was
Pop,
happy to
yeah.
play red all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas, like, now it's, like, very much a trick in the, you know, put it in your back pocket, bust it out when you think it's right. And that now is definitely not the right time. Not when, like, red-green is good.
What do we got there? Faithless Looting?
Oh, I love Faithless Looting.
I feel a little offended by Faithless Looting, honestly. Like, just because did Legacy really need it?
Yeah.
You know? Discarding a land and an Unburial Rights.
So, wow. That's... Huh. I would have bet dollars to donuts that a big creature was going to be put in the graveyard.
Still looking for one, I think. Flashback, Faithless Looting.
Yeah, Legacy absolutely did not need Faithless Looting. Well, specifically Dredge. Like, I feel like the costs on some of the discard enablers in this set, like, were a little off. I love the not the one that discard your hand and draw 2.
That's a good card. Red 1.
Yeah, I hate working so much for a Night's Whisper though.
Is that a Lingering Souls? In Cub 7.
Nice mugshot of Adam Turk.
And Steven blocks 1, takes 6, goes down to 7. And I think we're going to see a Lingering Souls from the yard. Oh, nope, Zombie Infestation. Emptying his hand, I believe. Oh, no, he's got 1 card in there. And
Jeez.
Steven just says that's enough.
Oh, I did not like what Steven did there. He put his hand face up on the table as he's conceding. Showed Adam that he had a Cloud Shift in his hand.
I did not notice that. That's a big deal.
That's
a big deal.
Very sloppy.
Like, I only like things like that if you want someone to know something. And there's no reason you would want your opponent to know that.
No, yeah.
Like
an important interaction in his deck.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I mean, one of the things I do when I play matches is I always take notes. Always, always, always take notes. And you can bet that that would be a part of my notes. I'd be like, this is a card he has access to.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention. I mean, I had to stifle myself from swearing there and being like, paid something attention.
Right. Hey, the
attention. Right? Going to the going to the sideboard. Adam has access to Whip Flare, which is probably going to be very effective here. Another Day of Judgment, which is just fine. And I think that might be all he wants to do, unless he feels like the mana creatures are something he wants to fight. I don't think that's the way he's going to fight them.
It's 4 mental missteps.
I think that Whip Flare and Day of Judgment is going to be the way he fights those.
I like Adams there. He has 3 hero Blade Hold just to like shift his
different route
plan of attack if he doesn't feel like he can. And his 2 spell skites.
Right.
Those may come in. They serve a couple different purposes. They're very good against Zealous conscripts.
Right.
Both by blocking them and by can't steal Gristlebrand.
Right. Okay. Speaking of potential mistakes. Did Adam need to lay the zombie infestation?
No.
That to me, I see a zombie infestation.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You think this guy's zombie infestation implies the existence of 3 or 4 other cards?
Yes, it implies to me probably the existence of Liliana, probably the existence of Elishnorn times a lot, probably the existence of some other huge thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's so much information. I mean, I would almost certainly expect that because of that, Celestial Purge will come in from Stephen Roberts, and Blasphemous Act, if he wasn't sure about it before, I bet he'll bring it in now.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a big fan of Wraths against, like, the modern reanimation decks, right? Their big reanimation spell is Unburial Rites.
Yep.
And a lot of the times, Unburial Rites is very, very hard castable. So, like, Wraths don't actually fight Unburial Rites. Like historically, reanimation spells have been stuff like Exhume.
I agree with what you're saying so far, but to cut in, he's not just dealing with a big creature, he's also dealing with tokens.
The tokens.
And I think that's why the Act might come in, because he can just lose the table and need to come back. He's only got 1 Bonfire of the Damned, so...
Yeah, I mean, clearly for, like, token purposes, like, I don't think he can afford to reset his whole board as well.
Well, I mean, if the board's lost. We got first turn Avacyn's Pilgrim versus an Evolving Wilds. Getting a Swamp, I'm going to guess? Or whatever he needs, really.
I wonder if Stephen Roberts has a Wolfear Avenger in his hand.
I do not think he does. I think he just has a 4-drop.
I think he would have attacked with his Pilgrim had he not had a Wolfear Avenger. That's a really unfortunate thing about Avengers. Like, a lot of times you're just like, well... We'll make this one a little bit more obvious. For example, if Adam had anything to interact, like a Mana Leak, for example.
Boom.
Then yeah.
I really do like the idea of a Wolfear Avenger, like a blue-green style control style deck.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know if that deck can be made. And with the Wolfer.
I mean, I've seen some, like, blue-green red Huntmaster Delver decks. Like, Huntmaster's insane in a Delver deck, and maybe that's, like, where you want to go, where you want your tap-out card to be Huntmaster of the Fells. Lingering
Souls from Adam.
And pass out.
We're going to see our Restoration Angel. Boom.
So he's going the Flash Army, Flash Mob, if you will.
That's funny.
And now he's going to cast creatures on his own turn for a change.
And the Geist.
And hit in with Strangleroot Geist.
Geist is such a scary card from an aggressive deck. It's just, it does so many jobs. And at the same time, it can be very underwhelming at certain points, too.
Mm-hmm.
That, to me, that makes it a very well-designed card.
Oh, I think it's a little high on the power level, but, like, it's hard to make 2-drops matter.
Yeah, this
in
is
Magic
true.
These days, so... That's what you got to do to get people to play 2-drops in a mid-range deck. Also, if I was Steven, I'm not sure I would have attacked there. With the Geist, specifically.
Yeah, because you want that Geist to actually stick around if a Wrath happens.
Correct.
Whatever.
He's very soft to...
And there's just another Lingering Souls.
Yeah.
Galv Blast's one of them. Get out of there.
Adam Turk does not have a 4th land.
Yes, this is true. And lays a tapped land before combat. That's not good. Okay, attack with all these guys.
I'd still attack with the Pilgrim.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless of course he has a Restoration Angel.
Fair.
In which case you can float mana.
Faithless Looting.
Adam's in trouble. Even then, I'd still attack with it, because you're going to be like, if Adam Turk has a Day of Judgment, You're just gonna regenerate your Wolfie Avenger.
Yep, you're not gonna
save the. You're not gonna blink in it, flash in an Angel afterwards, or beforehand. So always important. Like every edge matters.
Unburial Rites into Elshnorn.
Good combo.
And here's some tokens.
Does he have a land? There we go.
And is that a
Evolving
wilds?
wilds?
Yep.
Yeah.
Different art wilds. It's going both ways.
Yeah. Unacceptable.
Conscript. Take a lot of damage. 3, 6, 9,
Okay,
12,
that's lethal.
13. Apparently dead.
Last turn he attacked for.
Right.
It was not on 17 life.
Zealous Conscripts.
I was gonna say if he was on 17, that was that card is unbelievable.
Like I saw it and I thought, wow, this is great. And then I still didn't actually know what it did because I hadn't read it properly. The permanent word, I was just reading it as a threaten.
Yeah, right? Threaten on a dude, like...
Okay, so right now we're about to go to game 3. Adam Turk. That was the...
we are game 3 now.
Right, yeah, we're about to go to game 3. Adam Turk is at 1, Stephen Roberts at 1. Quick games on both sides. So
we have all the 3-minute feature games.
I mean, honestly, there are a lot of really powerful weapons that Adam can bring to this fight, but it's not all that great if he doesn't have the land. Like, imagine if he had that land earlier. Remember that that looting that came very late, and
absolutely,
he's playing against Zealous Conscripts, which means he really does have to worry about, because he's got no other creatures for the most part besides tokens, a Zealous Conscript being clear your board, take 9. Take 9 is real.
Especially with a mostly aggressive deck. It's more of a mid-range aggressive deck, but it's very much in the style of mana accelerant into threat, into threat, into threat, into threat, into threat. So it's very easy that Steven could get a good enough draw that Turk is on 9 before he starts doing things.
Right.
And I mean that's a number. The other number is 10 if he wants Gristlebrand.
Right.
Like steal your Gristlebrand with conscripts is 10. Like, granted, that one's a little less palatable. Like I saw one of the Pro Tour Avacyn Restored feature matches, where Jesse Hampton Zealous conscripted a Gristlebrand, drew 14 to find his Cloud Shift to steal like another guy to attack for lethal.
That's funny.
Yeah. And why not?
I'm still trying to kind of grapple with how this matchup plays out, because obviously Adam can just go way over the top.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
but on that thing, I don't think he has the better end game.
Yeah. I mean, he has so many bells and whistles going on. I mean, all it takes is a little bit for the gears to slip for a moment, and then you're like, oh, I'm in trouble.
Or yeah, just not the gears not to show up. Like, he absolutely needs, like, there's a lot of ways to discard cards, not a ways to draw cards. He only has the Faithless Lootings that draw you extra cards.
And we have a similar opening to the first game, except for Stephen Roberts, instead of doing nothing, has a Mana Accelerator. Turn 2.
I always want the Mana Accelerator. It's so
Zombie
much better.
Infestation.
So much better. Your deck is so much, like, it's almost unplayable if you never draw Birds or Elf. Or Pilgrim in this case.
Blade Splicer, 4 power, 3 mana. Zombie Infestation, so good.
So good if you can draw a metric ton of cards.
I mean, I've certainly seen the turn 2 Zombie Infestation and Limited just be like, there goes my hand.
Oh my god.
Actually, I've seen that in Constructed.
Oh jeez.
No tricks, just let's see if it gets there. Strangleroot Geist. And the mere existence of Zombie Infestation saving 1 life for Adam Turk.
Yeah, Blade Spicer's got to hold back.
Adam takes it looks like.
5, yeah, falls to 15. Probably doesn't have an Elishnorn. Else he would have discarded. Elishnorn and Unburial Rites, I should say. Another pass from Adam. This is what I mean. Sometimes the gears aren't.
Yeah, I mean, he could have had an incredibly devastating turn.
Oh yeah.
But instead, he just sits. And
yeah, turn 4 is their big turn or whatever. If he has a Gristlebrand and a Necrotic Ooze,
yep.
You put a Necrotic, and that's almost better. Like Necrotic Ooze having only be a 4/3 without the draw 7 ability, not as deadly to get stolen by conscripts. Actual Gristlebrand, not coming back from that one.
In they come for another 5.
Yep. Both players playing very quick.
Adam draws. Day of Judgment would be really good. He has the mana for it.
Right.
Whip Flare would be okay. Not great, but okay. Land, go.
Oof.
Wow, what has he got over there?
Yeah, I'm literally trying to figure out, like...
What did he keep? There's no Lingering Souls or he would have cast it.
Right. I mean, once again, the Elesh Norn's Gristlebrand, no Necrotic Ooze, no Unburial Rites.
But I mean, at this point, I would have dropped a token into play just to, like, stem the bleeding. The life total's going down, and you already know your opponent has Galvanic Blasts. What do we got?
Gristlebrand,
2 guys.
Gristlebrand. Going
It looks
to
like
the
he's
bin.
chumping the Golem.
Huh.
Untap.
Man. So Adam's probably working with a little less than ideal.
I mean, is he trying to get to the point where he's going to hard cast Elesh Norn? Maybe. He's already at the low level of life. That means the Zealous Conscripts does kill him. Well, he might have enough left to have a... No, it kills him because the zombie won't survive Elesh Norn if it gets stolen.
I would have attacked with everybody, including the bird, because if he makes a zombie to block Blade Splicer, you can just use Gavany Township to kill him. Adam seems content, like, just probably falling to 3 here. The good thing for Steven is, like, he's very Day of Judgment resistant. He has a lot of flash creatures.
Oh, yeah. Draw.
Looks like Elesh Norn or Bust. I don't think they Unburial Rites will... Unburial Rites gets you there unless Steven has, like, a Fiend Hunter, a magic card, basically.
What's a land? Half of a zombie. There it is.
Elesh Norn.
Elesh Norn. Kill a bunch of your stuff. End of the turn, make a wolf.
That still doesn't get him there.
Zealous to win.
Yeah, Zealous.
Does he have any red sources? There's the red source. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Boom.
And that's why the fatties aren't insane. Zealous Conscript just... To be fair, he could have had a million different cards because Adam's draw is so bad.
I mean,